Hello, my name is Daniel and I am a real estate appraiser. I have worked as a real estate appraiser for the past 31 years and am currently working for Altus Group, the largest independent real estate firm in Canada. LMG received a $21 million offer from Canada in 2008 to settle the land claim. This offer did not provide any supporting data that LMG could rely upon to assess the offer. As a normal course of business, LMG's negotiation team began their due diligence process. In the fall of 2008, I was contacted by Troy Jerome of LMG's land claim negotiation team. Troy was referred to me by a lawyer negotiator who worked for a First Nation on another specific land claim that I was involved with as an independent expert for the First Nation. I participated in 4 separate land claims over the past decade. There are 2 roles for real estate appraisers in First Nations land claims: the independent expert and the expert appraiser. Generally, the First Nations and INAC will each hire independent experts. They are generally appraisers with a broad range of experience. The independent expert can be an advocate for his client. He will use his valuation expertise to assist the negotiation team in reaching the best possible settlement. The expert appraiser is the consultant hired by the First Nation alone or by the First Nation and INAC jointly to undertake the actual valuation work and estimate the current market value and loss of use of the land claim in accordance with the terms of reference. My role with Listagouche was that of an independent expert. It is ideal for the independent expert to have had first-hand experience dealing with foresters, appraisers, accountants, and other experts that would be called upon to assist the First Nation with the land claim. The role of the independent expert is not limited. If seen fit by the First Nation, in this case LMG, the independent expert can form part of the land negotiation team with the goal of reaching an acceptable outcome while maintaining contact and open dialogue with the expert appraisers and other consultants that were hired to undertake the study valuation for compensation. The independent expert is there to guide the expert appraiser throughout the evaluation process in an effort to steer the outcome of the process to the benefit of First Nation. Compensation for current market value of the unimproved land and loss in use over time since the date of the breach form the basis of the land claim, although there can be many other issues to consider. The next step was to prepare terms of reference that would guide the expert appraisers to complete the loss of use and current market value of the claim land. LMG's land claim was not under the specific land claim process established by INAC. It was a court-ordered negotiations. Unlike the specific land claim process, LMG hired me as the independent expert, and once the terms of reference were completed, LMG hired David Babineau of Distetcher Appraisals as the expert appraiser. This was not a joint INAC-LMG hiring of an expert appraiser. INAC did not participate in this process. This was part of LMG's due diligence process. The valuation process began in April 2009. A vast amount of historic documents were compiled by Listagouche over several decades to validate this land claim. This data, together with historic records, articles, maps, books, were reviewed by myself and David Babineau and his valuation team. David's team also interviewed numerous elders at Listagouche. Although we may have just scratched the surface, a knowledge of the Listagouche's history is necessary to complete the evaluations and to advise LMG's negotiation team. The evaluation work proceeded and Phase 1 of the project was submitted to LMG by Distetcher in 2009. Phase 1 was a land use study and examined the historic and current land use of the claim lands. The LMG negotiation team reviewed the Distetcher report and made certain recommendations that were implemented in the final report. Phase 2 of the assignment was to begin shortly thereafter. In the meantime, I attended the National Claims Research Workshop in September 2009, which was held in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. Dr. Carl Beal was a presenter at the workshop, and after speaking with him, I realized that his experience and expertise could be useful to help the valuation process for the LMG's land claim move along more quickly. Carl was introduced to the LMG negotiation team and to Stetcher, and by October 2009 he was brought up to date on LMG's land claim by way of various historic documents sent to him. On November 3rd, 2009, Carl provided a review of these documents and his thoughts on what he could offer the LMG. In February 2011, Stetcher and Beal submitted a proposal to LMG's negotiation team for an enhanced and expedited draft preliminary report to be completed. This report would provide the LMG negotiation team with a basis for a counteroffer and include both the current market value and the loss of use calculations. This was not to be a court-ready document, but rather a report that would focus on the numbers for negotiation purposes. This report was completed in July 2011 and formed the basis of the eventual counteroffer by LMG. Several internal LMG negotiation team meetings and LMG INAC meetings were held in 2011 and 2012. Each side's position began to emerge. Two negotiations meetings held in May 2012 led to a final meeting in June 2012 where an agreement in principle for a $64.5 million settlement was reached. Throughout this process, I, as LMG's independent expert, provided advice to LMG's negotiation team related to valuation of land as of the current date and various points of time during the claim period. The various counteroffers submitted by Canada were also reviewed in conjunction with LMG's expert appraiser, David Babineau, and LMG's consulting economist, Carl Beal. In my view, the LMG Mi'kmaq government, the land claim negotiation team, undertook the necessary due diligence required to reach the best possible settlement for the Lestegouche people. I have been very pleased to work for Lestegouche and to have been part of this process.